Hey, salut à vous, bienvenue une fois de plus Afro Black Cultural Center, bienvenue à Black History Month Music Art Festival. C'est toujours un plaisir de vous avoir ici. It's a big pleasure to have you here. This space means a lot for us. This month means a lot for us. And we feel blessed to have people like Natalie here. Hey, Natalie, have people like her can blessing the space, blessing you guys in your house. On est vraiment très content de cette énergie nouvelle qu'on apporte dans cette communauté, qu'on apporte dans cette cité. Alors, Nathalie,
Oui.
c'était un plaisir, having you. We've been, you and me, we collaborate in many projects, and I really, you are very deep in how to use art, creativity to bring peace in mind, mental health, and things. C'est quoi vraiment, like what's the key thing you can tell to people? Because like everything we are doing here, we're trying to remind people, like, we are doing that. It's not just for entertaining you. It's just to, be creating something we value, and we believe like with art, culture, and things we can bring you peace in your mind and spirit and body. Alors.
Well, I just think what you've created here is so brilliant because art, in whatever way it's expressed, is beauty. And it's accessible. And it evokes feeling instead of just words. I think it is more powerful than politics because it comes from here instead of here first.
Yeah.
And it always includes this. It always has heart. And we get to explore through the arts, being different characters, telling different stories, and learn about diversity through play in a safe place. And so it has been my mission to incorporate the two, my whole journey so far.
Merci Nathalie, merci. Si tu l'écoutes, tu peux dire, je sais que tu parles aussi français, là. On est sur
Un peu,
un plateau,
je comprends beaucoup mieux que je parle, mais oui.
Mais oui, c'est ça. Nathalie, ce qu'elle vous dit ici, c'est qu'elle croit vraiment à la démarche artistique. Je vais paraphraser, parce qu'elle a dit des mots tellement profonds que je vais paraphraser ce qu'elle était en train de dire. Elle croit à la puissance de l'art, à la créativité. Elle croit que c'est une puissance parce que ça vient du cœur et non de la tête. C'est plus puissant que de la politique. Tout. Et je suis vraiment très content d'entendre Nathalie parler de ça parce que c'est ça vraiment le but de cette initiative, le but de cette place, le but de cette place où nous sommes, le but de ce festival.
Oui.
Comment utiliser ce que nous avons pour vraiment prendre la place que nous méritons dans notre société et donner une voix aux autres, encourager les autres qui se sentent faibles, opprimés, qui sentent qu'ils n'ont pas de valeur, qui sentent qu'ils ne sont rien grâce peut-être à leur couleur de peau ou bien d'où ils viennent, de leurs origines. Donc il y a beaucoup de personnes qui ont ces sentiments non dits.
Oui.
Et en t'entendant parler, ça me réjouit parce que c'est vraiment, that was the mission, that was the mission of that space because, when George Floyd died, that was the beginning of this space. I didn't have idea to have space and build a people, but after seeing George Floyd dying in front of everybody for nothing, like somebody like me, just for nothing, that's make me think twice, beaucoup de fois. Et c'est vraiment le but de ce centre. Et je suis vraiment réjoui parce qu'on a ouvert le Sing, like we opened February 5th, and now we have more than 30 artists coming here. The community, is a dream because a lot of artists are just new in the community. I hear them here, and a lot of people bringing ideas to build that. And c'est vraiment ça. Donc, quel est le message? Quel est le conseil?
When you speak about George Floyd, and what I see that as is fear. Racism is fear. We only fear what we don't understand. And when we're afraid, it's harder to listen because we're caught writing the stories in our head about trying to understand it. And fear causes separation, and when we separate, we create conflict. And yet we are born into duality. We are on this plan as you and I are one, and yet you are Wise and I am Osa. And I'm also Natalie, right? So it's important to have individuality and be able to express ourselves, but not at the cost of another. And that we were placed on this earth to co-create. We were created from creation to create. And you've created a space where we get to play and create and explore that together and encourage and set the example for others to do the same. You know, I came here today so afraid because I had a disease a few years ago that took my memory, and I've worked really hard over the several years to get my memory back, and I wanted so bad to perform this without any prompting, and I was so hard on myself. And then I said, no, be where you're at and express your creativity as you have it now from your heart, and it can't be wrong. And so I encourage all of you, I don't care how old you are, how young you are, what language you speak, come, play, explore, drop in, see Wise. What do you have to lose? I feel confidently that I'll say you'll lose nothing, you'll gain something just by his presence. And already, 30 artists in this one event that are all now part of this coming together of brown people in the nation's capital. And I just got to say thank you, Wise, for setting the stage of us deciding what we are going to offer as people of color to everyone else, instead of signing up on a list from people who I think have good intention in their hearts that are not of color, dictating how we express ourselves. And now you've set the pace. You are a trailblazer, Renaissance man.
Merci beaucoup, Nathalie. Merci beaucoup. Nathalie, like I have a, you know, it's interesting because like when you are doing stuff like that, you know, you have a lot of feedback, a lot of things. We work with a lot of people who are very blessed. Like we have a volunteer artist, and there's somebody who's supposed to play tomorrow. He's a DJ. He's a white guy, and I had a lot of anonym emails and things like it's not acceptable to have a white guy playing at Black History Month Music Art Festival. I was just like, because I have 1, 2 times, 3 times, I was just like, wow, you are here for sure. It's like Black Community Center, Afro, whatever you want to call it. But you know, we are here for unity, for build community, because there's a lot of people around here. We are not only Black people here.
No.
I was shocked, and you know, that's how
the fear again, right? It's the expression of people's fear. Sometimes when we rise up, whether it's a women's movement, a LGBTQ plus movement, a Black movement, it doesn't matter what the movement is. We cannot rise at the cost of another. And it isn't to rise above, it's to gain equality.
Right.
And if someone of any other race, color, status wants to share and celebrate in coming so that we are all together on the same stage, then bless them. And for those of you who are concerned about it, I understand. We are human. We will have fear, but we have choice. You can control and can practice educating yourself and asking yourself. You don't even need to ask for help. You can ask yourself why it upsets you. And also, if in the end it upsets you, that's okay too. You be you. And you'll arrive where you need to arrive when you need to arrive there, but I welcome the whole rainbow, as you heard in my piece. There is no, a rainbow separated of its individual colors is no longer a rainbow, and furthermore cannot be separated. And then you look at some of me. I am white and I am black. And as I mentioned in my piece, my daughter is also First Nations. Are you telling me that I have to pick a culture to belong to based on something superficial? I want to be part of the human race. I want to be part of the human tribe. I am. You are. We are one. Together. What we exhale, the trees inhale. What the trees exhale, we inhale. We are one. We are connected. We are the rainbow.
Ouais. Merci Nathalie pour cette précision, parce que ce que j'étais en train d'expliquer à Nathalie, elle va vraiment dans la profondeur de ça. C'est que on a créé le Centre culturel Afro-Noir pour célébrer la fierté des Noirs. Et on dit noirs et descendants. On est tous noirs, comme on dit là. C'est là où on dit. Mais quand même, on sait quand même que l'histoire des Noirs, c'est un moi, c'est une histoire de courage. C'est une histoire, comme on dit, sombre. Une histoire qui fait mal quand tu penses vraiment à ça, parce que c'est dénigrant. C'est surtout tout. On reconnaît ça. Mais quand même aujourd'hui, on prend ça comme une source d'énergie. Et la scène que nous créons, parce qu'on a eu des gens qui se sont plaints, parce qu'il y a un DJ blanc qui va jouer demain, et puis on a eu beaucoup de gens qui nous ont envoyé des emails, on a envoyé des messages que comment on laisse un blanc jouer à Black Instrument Music Art Festival. Mais ce qu'on aimerait faire entendre, comprendre aux gens ici, c'est que ça c'est le centre culturel afro-noir, mais quand même c'est un espace ouvert pour tout le monde. Parce qu'on est en train de bâtir une communauté. C'est clair qu'on a une vision. On veut donner la voix aux jeunes noirs qui sont ici, qui sont face au racisme systémique, qui sont face aux discriminations, au lavage de cerveau, à beaucoup de choses. Nous, on est là pour leur donner une voix à travers la musique, l'art, le conte, la poésie, la danse, pour trouver qui ils sont. Mais en même temps aussi, on est ouvert. On est une communauté ouverte parce que moi, je ne suis pas en Afrique ici ou quoi que ce soit. On est ouvert, on est dans un monde où il y a des gens et puis on doit collaborer. Donc, je pense qu'on doit apporter beaucoup d'éducation à propos aussi parce que c'est vraiment le but de ce centre. Comment déconstruire, how to deconstruct all the stereotypes qui ont été construits, who was built, you know, because what I'm seeing today is just like, you know, we are fighting for nothing, you know. C'est comme le conte, la chanson que je dis toujours. Acceptons-nous tels que nous sommes, respectons-nous sans juger personne. Acceptons-nous tels que nous sommes, respectons-nous sans juger personne. Tu vois, c'est un poème qui parle vraiment l'incompréhension. Comment on arrive à se comprendre. Et racism, you know, when I made that album, Black Lives Matter, Justice for Peace, it was for me to try to understand what systemic racism, because I grew up in Africa, in Cameroon, there was colonization. There's another form of oppression. I grew up in that. But coming in America, you know, I understand systemic racism. There was slavery. There was, you know, this different story. And for me, you know, we learn with music, with art, and things. When you want to understand something, you start creating and you go deep to really understand. And that really opened my eyes. Like, why don't on est en train de combattre juste parce que c'est des incompréhensions et c'est des stéréotypes parce que like black system, what I learned, like stereotypes were built by like master of slavery, like people who were doing slave trade, the master of colonization, you know, they was trying to show the population. Like slavery is a good thing. And and there was a big game because there was like scientifics, philosophers, all that people trying to explain how black people have small brain, they are made to be slave, they know, and that was built like 1600, like des affaires de 1600, and all that stereotype still living until today. Like, you know, that the first thing I discovered, like, and that was the goal of build that sentence, like how we can deconstruct all that with art, with creativity, with teaching people. And the first thing come now, like we have one, white people who want to perform tomorrow, you know, it's just the stereotype. Donc c'est vraiment, c'est intéressant la lutte, le combat que nous menons et de voir vraiment que c'est nécessaire. Like,
oh yes, it is necessary. And you know, when you say that question, you know, that how could we possibly step into the history of a white man believing that what he was doing was good? If we can't imagine, we can't understand. So we have to find the courage. And like I said, what is courage? Courage is fear faced with love. If we can face our fear of hatred and see that in that time, in that place, in history, that person born into their history, their culture, their situation, was educated and raised by their parents to believe a thing. When I walk down Preston Street here in Ottawa, I see a very different city. I'm in a very different universe than when my baby brother walks down Preston Street, and it's a completely different city for him. So we live in different worlds in the same world. We all have different perspectives. Truth is that Wise and I can think we're thinking the same thing, and it's not exactly the same. So if we want to heal, we need to love the people that we think hate us and go beyond it and know there is only fear or love. And fear is just love and resistance. And so what are they expressing? They're expressing love dysfunctionally. Everything that doesn't feel good is fear. And everything that doesn't feel good is just one of the infinite ways of expressing fear. Be it sarcasm, withdrawal, violence, exclusion. Our job is not to turn around and make it reverse racism. We can be like links in a chain. We can have our own identity without being separate from another's. And I believe that's the way we make change.
Merci beaucoup, Nathalie. Comme j'ai dit, it's a blessing to having you here. Et j'espère que toi qui nous écoutes en ce moment, I think like you learn something, because we are here to create that space where you can learn. C'est pas une éducation formalisée, une éducation basée sur les expériences, les recherches, le vécu. Parce que si tu nous vois ici, c'est que c'est notre vécu qui nous inspire, c'est nos actions, et on décide de prendre nos destins en main pour vraiment faire partir de cette histoire. Parce que l'histoire, on dit toujours, l'histoire a été écrite par les vainqueurs et lue par les vaincus. Donc nous, aujourd'hui, on doit réécrire notre histoire. On doit réécrire notre histoire, on doit la partager avec nos enfants, les futures générations, pour déconstruire ce mal qui est profondément ancré dans nous. Donc, chers, je vais dire téléspectateurs, je ne sais pas où tu es, c'est vraiment un plaisir. C'est un plaisir de t'avoir ici à Afro Black Cultural Center. Bienvenue pour la première fois, pour la première fois, la première édition de Black History Month Music Art Festival. C'est la première édition, Nathalie. Et,
je suis chanceuse.
Oui, vraiment, on est chanceuse de t'avoir parce que en 2000, je dis toujours ça, genre, ça c'est l'histoire pour moi, la motivation aussi de créer cette Black History, de célébrer, de faire quelque chose. En 2005, moi je me souviens, en 2015, on a été invité au Parlement pour faire un événement Black History. J'étais avec, je pense moi, Jackie, Jamal, on était quelques artistes. Et on a fait des prestations. Nous, on voulait voir quelque chose continuer, quelque chose de solide. On veut pas, we don't want to see like Black History, like, just bring black artists over there or color, make them become like just something, just entertainment and thing. But for us, we need to take this time, to celebrate culture, to inspire, to express, like you were saying, not just being entertainment, Et on voudrait continuer, on voudrait bâtir. Ça, c'est la première édition. Quels sont tes conseils? Quels sont tes feedbacks? Qu'est-ce que tu as à nous dire à propos? What do you think? Like, do you have some feedback, some, idea? You are part of the team now because everybody who accept to really build that first edition, and that was our goal. When you open with community, with people. Et on a eu la chance. That's why we want to say thank you to Red Cross Canada because that was a big thing. Like when we started this project, when I was doing a fundraising in September, I was looking for $100,000 to build the space and studio and thing, and we didn't achieve that. But but we had the first step. Like we had a vision. It was just idea, but we are here right now. It was just a vision. Now it's something tangible, and we are here. We are doing things, and it was just like beaucoup de sacrifices, beaucoup de doutes, beaucoup de peurs, beaucoup de choses. Mais
more heart than fear.
Ouais. Donc quand tu parlais de peur là, comme tu dis là, yes. And yes, but we were lucky, like at the end, Red Cross and believe in us. Yes, an idea like how we can believe on us, like how we can use art, creativity, non seulement to empower and to help people and to bring community together, and that was a big. Ça a tout changé quoi. Like that changed everything. That way we are here and we have a big opening. We have our 30 artists, like people who really believe and who want to see the next step. And in our community, we have a problem of unity, We have a problem of unity because the people who fight you again come from your community when you have an idea like this. It's just based sometimes like you are not the right leader. You just come here a few years ago. What do you want to show to people? Qu'est-ce que tu veux dire à notre communauté immigrante, noire, brown, qui se combat toujours entre elles? Because that's the one thing I learned, like Afro Black Cultural Center, it was idea in the black community more than 30 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't aware, But when we started this project, it was George Floyd died. C'était le confinement. Everybody were locked down and things. We are artists. We create. We just, même si on a des familles, on est toujours en train de créer how we can change things.
Right.
Et moi, j'ai lancé le projet, mais c'est après, quand j'ai eu quand même des retours dans la communauté, surtout dans nos communautés. Les autres communautés aiment parce que c'est quelque chose de nouveau, tu vois, c'est bien. Mais dans ma communauté, pour d'autres personnes, c'était comme un challenge. Et je pense qu'on doit aussi éduquer nos communautés. Comment, si on veut vraiment se faire respecter, comment le sens de l'unité, how we can build unity, how we can come together, because Afro Black Cultural Center is not by Wise. Wise, I'm a musician, I have things I'm doing, I have my personal career. But this space, I think like, we artists, we can come here and collaborate and create. I can develop myself here. Other artists can develop themselves, I will not bring that in Cameroon or, tu vois, ça c'est... mais quel est vraiment le conseil? What can you say to our community about, dans ton expérience?
I've encountered this in many ways. I worked in the Cree community up north for a long time, and there would be Inuit and other First Nations students who got involved, and I would see it happening there, that in protection and the coming up of what they considered their own, they feared the other, even within what someone outside of the First Nations community,
Everything
which
is
is
about
very
fear.
diverse,
You're good,
is
eh?
all fear. I work in the spiritual community, and so if I'm launching a project and someone's doing the same thing as me, as a human, as a ego part of myself, I'll have a moment where I'm like, do I promote my friend? Because what if I don't get clients? But that is contrary to being a loving being. If I promote another and they promote me, that's the best promotion on the planet. And whoever was meant to be with me will come and be with me. And whoever's meant to be with them, I mean, my practice is, even if someone comes to me, if I don't feel like I can help them, I know that I can send them to any of my brothers and sisters in the community. And the same thing applies here. Be, show, share, tell me who you are. Tell me what community you belong to and why. But not at the cost of anyone or anything else. Right. And know you're safe. And if you ever question it, well, you now know where to find me. Yeah. And I'll bring you back to love.
Yeah. Nathalie, sur les réseaux sociaux, Nathalie Osa.
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 In Spanish, en espagnol, Mama Bear, La Osa.
Ah, La Osa. Nathalie Osa. Oui, vraiment, c'est un plaisir de t'entendre. Ta voix amène la paix. Like I say, your voice bring peace. Bring, yes, energy, spirit, and something we miss sometimes. But as artists, we know like powerful of spirit, idea, word. Donc, merci beaucoup. Ce fut un plaisir de partager avec toi ces moments, d'entrer vraiment, de parler de tout. Et ça, c'est ton espace, ça, c'est notre espace.
Oui.
Et je suis vraiment content des prochaines collaborations parce que we are here to create, to collaborate, to empower, and I believe in creation, like you said. You were created and you were made to create, Et
it is our purpose.
Voilà. Donc, et cet espace, c'est pour créer ensemble.
And can I say one other thing? Like, if any of you have ideas of things you'd like to learn about culture or explore or just discuss in a safe way, I mean, I can say personally, I could create an art project just about out of anything. And I feel confidently that Wise can too, which means it can be bilingual even. So don't be afraid to express yourself and to ask, because it's just inspiration for another incredible event just like this one.
Merci beaucoup à vous à la maison. Merci à Nathalie, merci à tous nos partenaires, tous nos bénévoles, tous nos techniciens, toutes ces équipes. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of people working behind the scene to make all that thing happen. You have a lot of volunteers, a lot of people on the sound, on the booking, a lot of people on est une grosse équipe. Donc, I feel very blessed et vraiment très chanceux d'avoir cette équipe dévouée à vraiment apporter quelque chose de nouveau dans cette communauté. Thank you very much. Nathalie, tu veux dire quelque chose? Un dernier mot avant de se séparer?
I love you.
We love you. À la prochaine.